This is my life with albinism.
Now, this is my life with albinism.
And this is my life with albinism.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Life with Albinism podcast. I'm your host, Dale, and I have two special guests with me today. One who's a seasoned veteran of Life with Albinism. She's been on our episodes in person. She's even done our Zoom episodes during COVID. And we have a new special guest who's never been on the platform before. So we'll go ahead and start with you. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a math teacher and a mom of two. Are we doing socials?
Yeah, if you like.
You can follow me at Ms. Pumpkin Pie, like P-I, the number, because I'm a math teacher. So, anyways, anything else? Is that covered?
That's good. That's good. All right. And introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a paraprofessional, and I don't have an Instagram or anything, but
Okay. Very good.
yeah.
All right. So what I want to talk to you guys about is NOAACon and how many conferences you guys have been to and what your experiences has been like. So let's go ahead and start with you, Jackie. How many NOAACons have you been to and which number is this for you?
Okay, so I've been to 3 NOAACons, in all right in a row. I think I started in 2022.
Okay, that was your first one.
Yeah, that was my first one in Orlando. Then I did Orange County in 2024, and this one in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many NOAACons have you been to?
This is my very first NOAACon. My
Okay,
very
your first,
first,
and
yeah.
you've never even been to one, like not even as a child?
Nope.
Okay. So what is the experience like now at your very first NOAACon? Like, what has this experience been like for you thus far?
I have been overly joyed of just being around people like me. I was in an elevator earlier, and I was just wanted to scream out at the top of my lungs, "You guys are so beautiful!" And I held it in, but I did want to just yell that out.
Okay. And what has this been like for you going to 3 NOAACons in a row, and how is this one?
This one has been great. I feel like I kind of know the ropes. I kind of know who's in charge. I'm a little bit more involved myself. I'm hosting one session. I'm volunteering for one of the panels. So I'm getting a little bit more involved. I feel like I know my way around.
Okay. And how did you get involved into like volunteering at the conferences? Like,
I just reached out, and I've created friendships with people that are also involved. So then I asked them like, hey, can I do this? And they kind of show me along.
okay.
Yeah.
And now, being that this is your first NOAACon, do you anticipate coming to more? Would you go again?
Of course, yes, definitely.
Okay.
I've met a lot of great people here, and I've made some good connections. So yes, definitely.
Okay. And what does it feel like? Because one thing I thought of when I was coming here to this NOAACon is I said, being in a place like this, we are now the majority and not the minority. So
Yeah.
just think about how rare, like albinism is rare in itself. Then imagine the rarity of having 1,000 of them inside one building under one roof at one time.
Yeah.
It's like, that's insane,
It
you
is.
know? So
Yeah.
it's like, just imagine how rare an instance like this is.
Yeah.
And I think and I guess you guys could speak to this, one of the best things that helps people with albinism is being around others who have albinism.
The community, just
Yeah.
just feeling validated.
Yeah. Yes. I
So
agree
would
with
you
that.
say that being around other people with albinism kind of makes you more comforting? You're like,
Yes, it brings more comfort, and you're right. Validation is definitely a big word that comes to mind when you are around, other people that are like you.
Yeah.
It's like, yay, I'm home.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what I was saying. It feels like home, you know?
Yes.
So now, and do you guys find it easy or harder to approach people with albinism when you bump into them? Let's say at the conference versus like when you're out in the real world community where it's nothing albinism going on.
Yeah. I think you asked me that previous, and I have a different answer. I think before I would be very nervous because I didn't really understand. Since I've been coming to the conferences, I just didn't have that community. I didn't have the confidence to do it. I didn't understand about myself a lot and how albinism has affected me and how it affects others and stuff. So before I wouldn't, and now I would. Of course, at the conference, it's very easy. Everybody's looking for somebody else. So I think it's easy to approach somebody, or even if someone you don't know, you just sit down and start talking to them, and even about albinism. But on the outside world, I actually did approach somebody where I live in my neighborhood, and we're friends now. I literally just, my husband said that he saw her, and so I waited to see her, and I said, hey, I have albinism too. You want to be friends?
You said it like that.
I did. I was so cheesy, but what else,
Right.
So we went to coffee and got to know each other and stuff, and we have kids the same age, and
so there's commonalities there.
Yeah, lots of things.
And now for you, I will say, I noticed, as me and you have been walking through the halls and walking into some of the rooms and stuff like that, you've been the first one to be like, hey, how you guys doing? Do you feel that comfort because of the albinism, or are you just naturally into a social person like that?
It comes in. Well, today has been coming and going. It's some parts I'm okay, let me, a little nervous, but others I just, other times I'm just okay, I guess it's the vibe, when I first came in, I was really nervous. I want to say that I was nervous, and it just, as the day goes on, I just kind of ease into it.
The nervousness just kind of goes away.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And then how are you with approaching people with albinism? When it's no particular event going on, you just bump into them on the street?
Honestly, I would just, say hey and, greet them. I honestly, I don't even remember having an experience like that, to be honest.
Okay, so would you say that this is your first time being around other people with albinism?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And I can't really imagine what that's like for this to be your first encounter of different people with albinism.
Well, I can, because it was like that for me. My
really?
First
It's your first one?
In Orlando, yes.
Wow.
And it's so weird. I had never met my friend that I met in my neighborhood. I never seen her before. And then after the con, more appear. I don't know.
Right.
It's silly. But I totally understand what you're going through. I just walking into the lobby, you're seeing,
right,
oh my gosh, they look like
one
me.
thing I noticed about this hotel is probably twice the size of the last two hotels.
I agree.
Because it's literally double buildings, just connected by the sky bridge. But yet every corner you turn is somebody with albinism.
Yeah.
And that was actually my fear. My fear was this hotel's too big. It's not intimate enough for us to bump into them.
Yeah.
But no matter where you go, if you just turn the corner, if you step into the elevator, everywhere you see somebody with albinism.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool.
So now,
it's really cool.
The last question I want to ask you guys is, what are you guys' participation like when it comes to albinism events in your city? Let's say on Albinism Awareness Day, are there any events going on in your guys' cities? I guess we'll start with you.
Honestly, I haven't noticed any in my city. Mm-hmm. I wish there was more in Detroit, but no, I haven't noticed any awareness activities or anything.
Not even on Albinism Awareness Day?
I've seen people post on Facebook at times.
Okay.
But other than, that, I haven't really seen anything.
What about for you, Jackie?
I don't think I have not heard of any event in Atlanta.
Really?
Or fundraisers for NOAA or anything. I haven't heard of anything. So I know we have several people from Atlanta.
I guess it's something for me to look into.
I know.
I know in New York,
There's a lot of people.
There's
Yeah.
tons, you know. And then I host my Albinism Awareness Day event in New York, but I would only think there must be somebody else in you guys' cities or states that host an Albinism Awareness Day event. I mean, hopefully, but I guess the thing is, it just goes to show of like how rare it is. Maybe there isn't an event in your city because it's just not a big thing. But I know in New York it is. But that's because there's so many people with albinism in New York. You know. But okay, so you guys enjoy NoahCon. You would definitely come back, and I know it was really hard for me to get her to come. You know,
Thank
like,
you, Stacey.
you know, and that's why, like, I really,
No problem.
the last thing I want to say before we close is, like, I really appreciate her coming because she kind of just contacted me. I guess she knew, and we didn't even know each other, but we were friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I guess she knew, like, okay, this guy's always talking about albinism.
Yeah.
Let me ask him about NoahCon. And
Yeah.
when she called, well, not called, but when she messaged me to say, hey, you know, what's going on with NoahCon? Are there any rooms left available? And I was like, you know what? Why don't you just come out and check it out for yourself?
Yeah.
I really had to like pull her out of the house, and
Good job.
no, but it worked. And now it's comforting for her. And one of the things that she told me was that she had never been around other people with albinism before today. So I said, okay, I'm going to make it my duty to bring her around other people with albinism, bring her around the community.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really important, and especially for the younger ones too, like the young kids, it's so important to bring them to their first NoahCon.
Oh my gosh, it would have made a huge difference for me, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I remember my mom brought me to one. I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I don't remember it. I do remember going. I remember that it's an event that happened.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine how it made me feel at that age to be around people who look like me, you know.
Right.
So it was a great experience. Well, all right. I thank you, ladies, for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Another great episode of Life with Albinism podcast, and stay tuned for more.
Thanks.